Okay. Kayla got the 111, the 411. Sipping lemonade, throwing light shade. Okay. Check, give me the check, run the deposit, give me respect. None of you bitches making my biz, fall up a fish, show me them hands. Hey, you want this? Hey, you want that?
So today I have the beautiful, is it Destiny, right?
Destiny, yes.
Destiny, beautiful. So first of all, I love that name. So how did you even get your name? Is that your first name or just your stage name?
Thank you, lovely. That's my actual name. I was born with that name, you know, but it's actually spelled DESTNY, and I pretty much just put it all caps and took out the vowels and was like, okay, let's put some uniqueness to it. So that's the stage name goes DSTNY. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So I actually came across you on Instagram. I always tell people if I find artists and reach out to them, that means they really, really caught my attention. So I like to ask people what's good because COVID has been going on, but how have you and your family and your team been good?
Family's been blessed, you know what I'm saying? We haven't had nobody seriously ill by COVID. My condolences go out to a lot of people because I know I've had a couple of friends that have had people that have passed and stuff. But for us, we've been locking it in, staying at home. You know, we're very my family recover. We know we're covered by God. So other than that, we do keep ourselves safe and stuff like that. Make sure we're wearing our masks and all that. But you know, prayer. So I'm always constantly praying. I got kids myself and a huge family, so I'm constantly just praying every night and just asking God to just keep that power and strength within my family. But I've been doing good.
And, you know, I like the fact that you brought that up because, you know, I think everybody's getting back to normal. What city are you located? Because I'm here in Atlanta. You know, they never shut down here.
I've only been to Atlanta like twice, man. And it was like a real brief like push through. But I'm from Toronto. So up here in Toronto, it's been that's dope. We're shut down for this whole Corona experience. Like it's been real shut down. We just starting to open right now. So
I heard I had a guest on my show, Kizzy, and she's from Toronto. And it seemed like they were like, you all are on track. Here, they're just not wearing masks anymore, girl. And I think we all did not really realize that a lot of people lost their family members, even though we may not have, and we've been blessed to, but a lot of people died. So I think just condolences to anybody who knows somebody or lost somebody due to COVID. So how did you even get your start in music? Because I went straight to your Killing Me single, and I was just hooked on it. And I was like, get her on the show. So how did you get your start in music?
I actually started when I was a lot younger. I started at like 15. I'm in my 30s now. So I started when I was 15. Basically just I there was a studio that me and my friends had basically built up in Florida when I was living there, and we just basically started actually putting stuff on record. That was the first time I fully recorded. I always knew I wanted to sing and whatever since I was very young, but pretty much when I started getting into the studio and recording, I fell in love with that, and I was just like, yo, this is definitely what I want to do for the rest of my life. And my journey started from there. I took a little break for a little tiny while I have my kids. And I just recently came back in about 2017 and just started, you know, really going back hard on it, you know, now that my kids are a bit more bigger and able to fend for themselves a little bit more, you know, I got back really hard into it. So that's
how old are your kids, if you don't mind me asking?
My oldest baby is 16. She's 16.
Oh.
Yeah. And then I have
Girl,
12.
you look good. You look like you're 16 yourself. Black
Thank
don't crack, y'all. Remember that.
you. I appreciate that. Nah, but yeah, I have a 16, 12, then it goes 11, and my youngest is 10.
Okay. Oh, they big
I'm
babies.
sorry, and my 12-year-old will get so mad at me. My 13-year-old gets so mad at me for saying she's 12, but 13, 11, and 10.
All right. So how has it been with the support from your family and team with you coming back and pursuing your music, more heavily?
It's been real. They've been real supportive. Basically, in my background, my whole family is musically talented.
Mm-hmm.
And when I took a break, my brother was just coming out, who's is now known to be Tory Lanez, right? So he was just making it big, and it was one of those things at a certain point for me
You're Tory
where
Lanez sister?
yes.
And you know what? I'm so glad that I found you because I had no idea. I found you based off of talent, girl. Like I don't care who you.
What? I got you, girl.
Yeah, I found you
No,
based
thank
off of
you.
talent.
I really appreciate that. That's sincerely like it touches my heart when people like
Mm-hmm.
really just like, no, I discovered you not through,
Right.
a family member or whatever the case is, but I
Mm-hmm.
like discovered you. So thank you for that. But yeah, yeah, we took I when I had taken that break to have my kid, Tory was just coming up and out there. He was young in the game. He's like 17, 16, 17. So it was a time where he was really starting to skyrocket. And it was a weird time for me because at that moment I was taking my break and I'm watching, my brother just go like, and
Right.
I didn't fully understand at that time because I'm like, just I'm being a mom and all this and I'm wanting all this. And I didn't fully understand at that time that like, yo, when you're dealing with like family and like
Yes.
the music industry with your family and stuff like that, each person, like, you got to take time with that. It's not like everybody could just like boom at one time, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Not necessarily all the
And
time.
then he hit me with the weekend, chill out for the weekend. Boy, you got me feeling weak in my knees for you. But then I get this little feeling, you've been running around creeping, and you really ain't keeping it cool. Don't you know that he been killing me, killing me, killing me, killing me softly with his song?
So it's like, yeah, that took me in to where I was just like, you know what? It's cool. I'm humbled because I have my kids right now. I gotta,
Mm-hmm.
do what I need to do. And so it just so happened that, you know, being where he is right now, it's helped out a lot with the rest of my family that is doing music. And
Right.
the support is like, it's always there because that's what we've always grown up doing.
Right.
We've always just musically, we've been like always together creating something. So
That's a
I always get the love and support from them for sure.
That's a blessing because sometimes, I talk to a lot of artists. I love asking them that question of support that you get from your friends and your family because it seems like it's such a blessing to be able to have family and friends to go to because this industry is already it's tough enough and the critique and everybody. It really is.
Yeah.
I'm learning that over here on my side, just being in media, how it can be. But what is your whole entire creative process? I love asking people this question. Do you go in the studio? Do you just listen and vibe to the instrumentals? Or do you already have your lyrics ready when you go into the studio?
I used to have a totally different creative process before COVID happened. Like where I just used to like, I get a lot of beats sent to me and then I would just be vibing with them and then just go to the studio and then, when I'm ready to do my thing, do it. Now, because we've been home and we got stuck here and we couldn't go to studios at certain points, like I figured out a way to do my recordings myself. So whenever I wake up in the morning and I feel like I have a feeling or whatever, because that's mostly where I get my vibes from, like past feelings, past emotions, things I see that I can actually gravitate and capture an emotion out of it and actually put on paper or whatever. Um, Now I've been able to really just get my program right here and like literally just not even so much as before when I used to just hear beats and take them in. I
Right.
literally sometimes will like just put a beat on and like from start to beginning just start masking out of what the sound of the song gives me and the all of that. And then sometimes what people don't know is that it might take me like a good like 500 times before I actually put the words down, before I get the right words to actually put down. But yeah, that's the creative process for me. It definitely comes from a lot of feelings and emotions and places like that.
I can tell, especially with your single "Killing Me" and singles like "Issues," like what is your motivation when you come into the studio? Because especially with a lot of women singers, we definitely sing from the heart more than men. I think men get some good smoke, good drink, and it's like, but us, I think that we go in there and we just, just let it all out. Is that your approach?
Definitely that's my approach right now. I'm trying I've made it more of a thing to really dig a little deeper into certain emotions that I normally would not put out on paper. That's been just like not a challenge in a bad way, but a challenge in like I'm challenging myself to do that. You know what I'm saying? Dig deeper with that. But yeah, sometimes we'll just get into the studio, like I said, even now how I do at home, and like just I'll hear it and I'll just go deeply with my emotions. I find nowadays a lot of artists are not really pouring out that deep emotion. It's more about like the flossing and how good I feel, but they don't tell you about the bad side. So I definitely try to tap into those emotions and bring those out for
I
people to
really do
see.
like that. I think sometimes music can be therapy. It's like our own little diary. I think those Tink has named many of her projects based off diary. You can tell she's just getting all her feelings out there.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
everything she would have wrote in a journal, she's pouring out. And I think we as listeners, we love that. We love hearing another artist like, man, girl, I really feel what you're coming from. Like I felt the same type of way. So I like the way you explained that. So who has been some of your musical inspirations like throughout your career? Like let's go with three.
So like musical inspirations that like I look up to and that I've heard before that.
Yeah, they kind of inspire your sound more so.
Well, definitely my number one here.
Yes.
How you asked me that? She right here on my shirt. This is my number one inspiration. I love Aaliyah. Like I listen to her like ridiculously. I had to say Lauryn Hill is definitely one. Um, Whitney, and that's with the vocals.
People be sleeping
And if
on
I could
Whitney. You
name,
like the first artist that don't say Whitney. Yes.
you can't not love Whitney. And if I
Mm-hmm.
had to mention two more artists, I would definitely say Mariah Carey and Sade. Like I'm very a little old school with it, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah,
Yeah, that
that's my
tells a lot about you as an artist. Your take. Those Mariah Carey and Whitney, those are, I think, they're two of the women that you can definitely go to kind of practice your runs and stuff. Because I mean, like even
yeah.
Mariah Carey, people say a lot about Mariah Carey. Mariah Carey still give me chills. She can sing better.
Mariah Carey. Listen,
Right.
when the glass broke, I was like, it knows. Like
Mm-hmm.
like when she do her high notes, I seen one time where she made the glass break, and I was like, the glass just knows.
What?
Them vocals right there, crazy,
I
crazy.
gotta YouTube that. I gotta find that. So, with your music career, like, what's one thing that you have noticed about the industry that you wish you could change?
Right now, if there's anything I could change, I would say, um, the light that shine on certain female artists that may not be as explicit when it comes to their body, maybe not as explicit when it comes to, you know, speaking on the badness and all that. I just find like recently I've ran into a lot of artists on my journey, you know, that are friends of mine that are super talented artists, and because of, you know, somebody telling them or a couple people telling them, oh, you look a certain way or da 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 da, they completely stop. And then people don't really realize, but that's like that causes a lot of emotional trauma to a lot of people. So that would be definitely something I would want to, you know, get that whole thinking out of the way.
I remember Papa told me I forever prosper. Whipping up the room and I ain't talking about no pasta. Used to sit and ponder how to get that on my roster. Proper, I think I might need a Kevin Costner. Pull it to the bank like hello friends, hello friend. I got so much money, man, I swear that it won't end. And I pull it to the bank like hello friends, yeah.
And then I say that to also say I don't think it's a bad thing to be your sexy self, but I just feel like let everybody be true to themselves. You know what I'm saying? So that's
naturally sexy, naturally who you are. Yeah, because I feel like if you try to force a person to be sexy, it's gonna come off. It's gonna come off. It's like she looks very uncomfortable on stage in this two piece that y'all gonna put on.
Exactly. More times, a lot of these girls are very uncomfortable.
And I can't imagine that's probably like torture. I think you get your better artists by letting them be themselves. And I think we're slowly allowing the rappers to get like that. I just wish also that we let the singers be themselves too. Just, you know, just let them be themselves. If they want to wear sneakers on stage, maybe they don't want to talk about pain. Maybe they want to talk about how happy and in love they are, you know?
Exactly. Just let everybody be who they are, you know? And that's basically it. I would like to change about that whole thing. But
right, I agree. So I know that everybody would probably watch this and be like, wait, Tory Lanez is her brother. Like, why aren't you signed to him and stuff like that? So how would you answer that question for people who may be watching like, okay, well, her brother is, why isn't she signed to him? Because people think that just because you have a family member that's famous, that
they do. Well, our family, the whole corporation, that's what people don't know is our family together. We just all lead our own lives. You know what I'm saying? There's many times I might be like probably one of the most stubborn people in my family. Times I was like, yo, let me post this and I just started letting him post me. But it was only because I wanted people to see me for me first. I didn't want people to see like, oh, she sounds that good. It's because her brother has enough money to make her sound good, or he could write her stuff for her. You know what I'm saying? It was me just wanting to show the world, you know, basically what I do, and that, you know, I think this is something that's with all of my other brothers that are in the game right now. There's a bit more, you know, they're boys, so they par with each other a lot more. But for me, I had to get that mentality much to the point where it would stop me from, you know, being able to still do what I do. Because at the end of the day, it's a blessing, you know, that he is that, and that he could be able to shout me out and be like, yo, this is my son, da 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 da. But I still did want to prove that to a lot of people, you know what I'm saying? That this is what we do, you know?
You mentioned you're stubborn. What's your zodiac sign? Because you sound like me, because I don't take
I'm
no
a
help.
Leo.
Okay, you're a Leo. I'm a Libra, and I don't take no I don't know. It's kind of like I'm learning that too, girl. I'm learning to self-help, but I don't never want anybody to be like, she's here because I got her here. Oh no, that was just
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Or it's
mhm.
a lot of when I get it being in this game as a sibling to somebody who's so big, I now understand why that is, because it's not only even just the person saying that, it's the fans and everything. The fans look at it like, yo, why you ain't posting and you're just like, bro,
Mhm.
now I get it from both sides so I can understand it. Like, you know what I'm saying? There is a certain light and certain fans that want to see, like, yo, rep your sister and stuff, you know what I'm saying? And da. And
Right,
then I'm on the sidelines, like, nah, I gotta do this by myself. But I can't be
right.
so stuck, and I gotta be humble. You know what I'm saying? And I find like in this game, you can't get a lot of places unless you're humble.
Yes,
You don't
that
have to be a punk, but you gotta be humble.
girl, come on, come on. I think sometimes fans too. I'm pretty sure a lot of fans are like, "Girl, why haven't you said anything about your brother?" And this is what people not realize, is that there's social media and there's reality. Okay,
Yeah,
so family and friends, they can pick up the phone and call each other, but they don't have to get on social media and just raw and just yell at everybody and cuss everybody in the comments just to
exactly.
make you all feel better. I wish people really understand that, girl. I couldn't imagine.
Exactly. Exactly. It's hard, but you know what? I just keep striving.
Mm-hmm.
When it comes to like even like fans and stuff, and you know how they talk, you really gotta have thick skin in this industry. So it's just like you just gotta keep going and you gotta keep learning as you're going. That's all
Mm-hmm.
I could do.
Yes. Well, I want to say thank you so much, Destiny, for being a part of this segment called What's Good. So your week will start Monday. Promotion of 3 of your singles, and also when other people tune into my episodes, they'll be able to hear your music. So once you're on this show, it's like I'm always going to support anything you have coming out or anything. I'm always support and share. So if you see me sharing and reposting, just know I'm just doing it because I find you talented.
Thank you so very much. I appreciate you for putting me on. I appreciate bloggers like you guys for even making these segments. You know what I'm saying? Because there's a lot of artists out there that don't get that, just they don't get heard, So I definitely appreciate you for having me here and being one of the alumni to that segment. That's definitely great. I want to tell you yourself, I love your personality. I've been keeping you for a little minute. So I
Oh,
love your
thank you.
personality. And right now we twinning, so you already know we sisters.
Yes, thank you so much. I love to say, like, look here, we got so many artists that they had an opportunity. They're being interviewed 100 times. Why not give artists that need a little platform and shine, who are way more probably talented, to just get their music out there and stuff like that. So I was happy to meet you and stuff like that. So we'll be in touch soon. I'll reach you. Who is Michael? Michael is your manager, very professional, very prompt too.
He's my manager. Oh my gosh, I gotta also quickly before we leave, just shout him out. My manager, Michael Ramsey and Freddie Fame, because they're just busting their asses with these interviews and stuff like that. So they're just making sure I stay relevant. I gotta send a big thank you and shout out and I love you to them. So yeah, that would be part of my last words. And Umbrella Gang, stand up. You're gonna see a lot more of me.
Hey,
So.
y'all. Just want to say thank you so much for watching the show. Hope you enjoyed it. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to like, comment, share, and of course, hit that subscription button. I am grateful for every view, whether you like me or you don't. And don't forget, I got a podcast too. There are exclusive episodes on that podcast, so don't forget to go check that out as well. They're on Spotify, iTunes, iHeartRadio, Pandora. Baby, I'm everywhere, okay? And follow me on social media. I'm Kayla Got the 411 on Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, Pinterest, Tumblr. Baby, like I said, I'm everywhere. Thank you again for watching the show, and I'll see you on the next episode of Kayla Got the 411.